Hello, I'm Joe and I'm making a video of Arundel bus stops. I'm here in Jarvis Road. This is only one of 3 bus stops that have a shelter. It's also the end of the number 9 bus route. Well, you could argue it's the beginning of the number 9 bus route. But let's take a look around. What I like here is there is a litter bin. And if I've got any litter, in the bin it goes. The next point is graffiti. I hate graffiti, but there is a person who comes around and often tries to scrub it out. Unfortunately, graffiti gets added. What I say to those people who add the graffiti is, try and do it in your own house and see how your mum and dad react. And I thank you very much. Still on Jarvis Road, this time on the opposite side, I'm here, which is a rather sad bus stop. This is the stop for the 85 that goes to Chichester, maybe 9 or 10 miles away. Now, very few people seem to use this bus stop, but what you can do, if you're stood here waiting for the bus, is have a look at the map. And if you want to travel from Arundel to, say, Portsmouth, you can work it out which bus to use. I've now moved on to Pearson Road, and this is the bus stop for the 85. Once again, Chichester is that way. This is the one I use if I want to go to Chichester, but the only trouble is the 85 bus runs only Monday to Friday, so I can't get to Chichester at the weekend. Neither can you. Still on Pearson Road, I'm at what I call my favourite bus stop. It's another one with a roof on, but no windows. 3 years ago there was a fierce storm, and I think it was the storm that blew these posts, which are wobbly, and cracked the grass. I don't think it was vandalism. But I like it here because this bench here has been donated by a family who remembered their family member who died 38 years ago, a member of the armed forces, and this is the only seat that is wide enough for 3 of these pieces of wood. It's very comfortable sat here, and I like to enjoy looking at the horses' field, and also occasionally I see squirrels coming off the trees crossing the road. And this bus stop is on the number 9 bus route, which goes that way down Taunton Hill Road into Arundel. I'm now at the bottom of Taunton Hill Road, and this bus stop is very handy for people living at Warwick Court just over there, which I think is the sheltered housing for older people where they have a warden. And that's about it really. Sadly, there is no bench. You just have to stand and wait for the bus. I'm now in Tarrant Street. Basically, you wouldn't know that this was a bus stop. And the only interesting thing about this bus stop is that there is like a portable loo about 20 yards away. But I've never seen anybody using it. This bus stop is just outside the town centre. I'm now in the High Street in front of the Norfolk Arms. And this bus stop has one of these, I don't know what you call them, bus timetable indicators or predictors. And it's perhaps the busiest bus stop on the High Street. 10 yards away from the bus stop is this nice comfortable chair. I often sit here watching people walk by. I can even amuse myself by looking at people in the local cafe over there. And at certain times of the day there is a local historian who does guides around town for anybody wanting to know the history of Arundel. We have now just crossed over the bridge in Arundel, and this is the bus stop going to Littlehampton, which is in that direction. Quite a popular bus stop, and if you've got time before the bus comes, I would recommend sitting down in Little Jubilee Gardens, only 10 yards away. But from here I can see some rubbish on the floor. Please use the rubbish bins if you have litter. Right, I've just crossed over the road to what is known as the Co-op bus stop for the number 9. The town centre is about 100 yards away, and from here you have a lovely view of the castle. And also, there is a cash point here. We've got one cash point that we call it, and one we can use here. Many people will get off here, buy a sandwich or a snack, so they can explore the town. This is the riverbank bus stop. The river itself, the River Arun, is about 5 yards behind me here. And this is the bus stop where many of the visitors to town will get off. Now, as you can see, it's another one with a shelter and a seat. But these seats are so narrow, you can hardly get your bum on there. And exciting things to look out for here are cars coming out from the car park behind the Swan, coming the wrong way up this road, because it is in fact a one-way road. And then, if you've nothing else to do, you can stand up and have a wee look at the town council's notice board. Yeah. You can see what's happening in town. You're often told of when summer fairs are happening and Christmas fairs. And oh, there's an apple day on 21st of September. Sunday, that's today. And I missed it. Never mind. My own fault. I'm back on Old Travers here, and this bus stop is really handy for the people who come by bus from Littlehampton to visit the cathedral, because from here you go down there, first right up the hill, and you get to the cathedral. Now, there's a chair here. I've never known if the council have provided this chair or whether it belongs to the people who live here. Consequently, I've never sat on it. Here I am heading out of Arundel. This bus stop is very handy for people to get off and walk to their place of residence at Warwick Court. And of course, if you've got time to spare, you can spend time looking at the distance indicator, telling you, for example, that Southampton is 42 miles away. And that's about it here. Okay, we're at the last bus stop today, almost near Jarvis Road. Up the road is Chichester and first left is Jarvis Road. And the only interesting thing you can do at this bus stop is to watch all the traffic go by. Lovely. Now, if you do watch the video, please do not recommend it to anyone else, because I want to have the lowest viewed video ever. I mean, if I get more than 20 views in the next 3 years, I'll be so disappointed. And the last thing I want to say is, while waiting for the bus, try and do this. Think of any town, place or city in the country and see what that word spells backwards. For example, the Lancashire town of Bolton spelt backwards is Notlob, and I'd like to see if you could find any better things than that. And that's final.